welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News.
As the year winds down, the Nigerian film industry seems to have not missed a beat. Productions are steadily going through the conveyor belts, and all the stakeholders in Nollywood are still trying to make the most out of a dire economic situation. Whatever happened, life goes on, and seems to be the spirit in that space. One of the major activities designed to send out the ongoing year and usher in a new one is the annual Best of Nollywood Awards. And joining us now for a conversation around that is Mr. Seun Oluketuyi, who is the founder and CEO of the Best of Nollywood Ventures, the owners of the Best of Nollywood Awards. Good morning. It's nice to have you this morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Seun Oluketuyi.
Oluketuyi, my sincere apologies,
Good to have you
sir.
join us.
Thank you so much.
Go on, Adeswa.
So, the Best of Nollywood Awards is coming up shortly, and you have some movies that are standout movies, such as Shantytown. So, what have you seen from this year in Nollywood that's exciting you?
It's exciting to see what Nollywood is doing at the moment. I was just telling a friend this morning. Yesterday, I watched A Breath of Air on Amazon, and I was telling the person that look at what has happened in about 2 weeks. We've seen Funke's movie, we've seen Mercy's movie at the premiere, and then last week we had Blood Vessels on Netflix, and this week we had Breath of Air. So there is no reason for anybody not to see Nollywood movies. It used to be a fad then when some people say, I don't watch Nigerian movies, but if you say that now, you don't know what you are saying, because most of those movies can stand side by side by any very good movie, by every standard you want to talk, and they do stories that you can easily relate with.
So next Saturday is Born Awards, right?
Friday, please.
Oh, Friday is the awards ceremony.
Yes.
Oh, not Friday. In Oshogbo, Osun State.
Yes.
And that's the 15th edition.
Yes.
Okay, tell us, before we come to the journey so far, what will Oshogbo be like next Friday? This is coming like, is it the first year of Governor Adeleke?
Yeah, it was 1 year in office in November.
In November, exactly. Yeah. So what should we expect in Oshogbo?
Well, it's going to be, everybody knows that the Governor Adeleke is somebody that likes the entertainment industry. It was easy to convince him to agree to host the awards. And I remember his words when we presented the hosting right to him on Thursday. He said, tell people that if you miss this one, you are missing the best one, because you know that I like entertainment and I'm going to be involved totally in this. Apart from that, Oshogbo is rich in tourism and the rest of it, and a lot of things have been trying to put in place to try to make it not just an award, a beautiful getaway for those who are going to be attending for those days that they're going to be in Osun State.
All right. So 15 years of Best of Nollywood Awards. It started in Lagos, I believe.
Yes.
But it has gone round different states, north, east, south. It was in Ekiti, a few years ago, was, Kano in 2019. Why does it move around states and governors one? And then holistically, what has been your biggest challenge in staging Best of Nollywood Awards every year?
Okay. When we started, we didn't want to move around states. We just wanted to do an award. The reason why we started Best of Nollywood Award was at that period 15 years ago, Tema Award was rested,
That's
Real
right.
Award was rested. There was no award celebrating Nollywood. And there were several awards celebrating music. We had at that time it was called I think it was called Hip Hop Award, not Dead.
Yes, it was Hip Hop Awards then.
There was a Sound City Music Award, and there was another award celebrating musical videos. And there was not one single award celebrating Nollywood. That was what actually...
Except for Ama, which
Ama
was continental.
It was continental.
Yeah.
So what I mean was concentrated on celebrating Nigerian movies.
Yeah.
So that was why we started, and wanted to do it just have an award being done in Lagos every year, you understand. But after we did the first one in Lagos, it was difficult getting corporate world to put in the money on the event. So instead of resting the award just like others before us, we sat down to think of how to go about it and not ensure that the award does not die. And at that time, it was easy to come up with the fact that, okay, let's take the award around different states. Part of what it would now achieve, apart from the first one when we were not thinking that way, is the fact that the Nollywood is a Nigerian thing. And what we are trying to do now is take the award around different states, let the actors see Nigeria, let us try to use the award to unify Nigeria and say that we are one. When it is time for bond, nobody sees that you are Igbo, you are Hausa, or you are Igbo. Everybody just comes together for one weekend and exploit the culture of that country. And when you talk of the challenges we face, it's a major challenge because, like I always tell people, our business is a very strange one. Why it's strange is that every year there are 36 governors in Nigeria. I have to make one of them be convinced to host the award. And you know that that's not something that's very easy to do. You understand? But we've been able to, it's not, and I like always tell people, it's easy for people who are outside to say, oh, why don't you do like this, do like this, do that. It's not a structured thing. Trying to make governments to sponsor an award ceremony. It is easier for a corporate world. They will see value, they see this, they see the, but when it comes to getting states to do it, it's usually about the interest of the state executive to tourism. And there are some states, I won't want to mention this, there is a state governor I actually met who was really interested in doing the award, but he didn't want to do it. He was scared to do it because he felt that the people in the state, because of the religious, strong religious value in the state, they will protest against it. So he just said, don't let me put you in trouble. I can help to talk to another of my colleagues, but if I do it in my state, the backlash will be too much for us to handle. So you understand what I mean by that. But I praise the former governor of Kano for doing it. He was the first. He was the first governor to do it in the north. You understand? When we approached him, a lot of people around him felt somehow and the rest of it. But I remember our meeting with him. He just told me that you need to tell your people when you are coming here, our culture is different from yours. All those clothes they wear, they have to make sure that that does not. He said, apart from that, we are good to go. And I think you were there, sir.
I was there.
It was probably one of the best shows we had, and he stayed there.
That's correct.
He stayed there all night,
all through
to the event. So after that, we've gone to Kogi. You understand, and we are talking to more northern governors now. So, and it is easier for when we talk to northern governors now. When they say, Officer, Kano has done it, so they now reconcile. Kano did it. So,
okay.
If Kano can do it, then we can do it. So what do you see the role of the Bon Awards as in the Nigerian film industry? Something that people are aspiring to? Is it something that younger generation should also look at? You know, in America, we have the Academy Awards. And here in Nigeria, we have the Bon Awards. So what do you see your role as in terms of the growth of Nollywood?
I see a lot of people who aspire to want to win the award. I see sometimes after the award, I see some people tell me that next year I'm going to clear the award. We are doing this, I'm doing that. You understand? And it makes me happy at the end of every year when I watch people win and the way they celebrate the wins. Sometimes some of the actors don't go for the events because of thinking about certain areas. Sometimes when I remember we wanted to do Kano and we're telling people that we like to go, usually after nominations are released, my team now start to get in touch with the nominees and guests. So when they call people and say, we like to go to Kano for Bon Award, the first set of calls that they made, my staff came to meet me that there is a problem. People are saying that whenever we call them, we say Kano, they will say, Kano. You understand? You understand? Same when we went to Owerri last year, you know, because of the high level of insecurity, a lot of people were, you understand, but we were in Owerri. In fact, at some point I was scared. You know why I was scared? Was that after the awards, we were waiting for some people, and actors, they were already in different nightclubs having fun. So it's two-way thing. Some people are scared of moving around the country. You understand? And sometimes some people don't want to make road trips because of problem. They want to go to only places where people can fly to. But eventually, those who experience it, they always say they have fun, because most of the actors, they don't even see themselves, because from January to November, they are working from one location to the other, so they only see themselves at events. So Born Awards always gives them an opportunity to spend a weekend together. You understand? So those are some of the things that we think we have brought to Nollywood.
All right, the jury of every award is always a key component of the award. In your own case, what has been your assessment of your jury? And then looking at the selection and the nominations for this year, I see that Shantytown, a few other films. Are you satisfied with the quality of films and the quality of actors and technicians that they have nominated for this year?
Okay, now, when we started the award, one of the first things I told myself was that the only way that the award will move a long time and even outlive me was to ensure that there was transparency in the way the award was going to be judged. Even when we had poor funding in the beginning, I ensured that I was not part of those who decide who win or anything. I only know about that just few minutes to the award. So what I do what we did was that we created two sets of people. They are the screeners who first of all look at all the movies and decide who the nominees are. Then the jury will now sit to pick winners. You understand? Usually, I remember that when we had one that we had in Ijebu-Ode, a lot of people, Omoni was nominated for a category, figurine. Genevieve was nominated for that same category. At that time, a lot of people didn't know money. So a lot of people just felt that because it was Genevieve, naturally she should have won. So when Omoni won for figurine, I remember that a lot of Genevieve's fans went on social media, attacked us, said that it was rigged, said different kind of things. So, but I'm used to it, you understand? And at that time I was really worried, and I remember I spoke to somebody who I respected. I said, if I were you, I would call a party that I did an award ceremony, and as big as Genevieve are, her fans are complaining that she didn't win the award. You understand what I'm trying to say? So what we've done over the years is that we bring very respected people in the industry to be in charge of that. For a long time, Mr. Nira Adedokun was the chairman of the jury. Now it's Mr. Francis Owuchi for the last 2 years.
Oh, that's a big name.
So I just leave them to do their thing, and I face trying to get the business part of the awards done. Okay,
we're totally out of time, but the jury they also pick the best keys in the movie.
They do, but what we now do is that after they pick the nominees, you understand, we now throw it to the public to vote.
Public vote.
You understand?
But you didn't have that category in Kano, did you?
We did, but we didn't announce the winners at the. The winners were announced online. We didn't announce it at the award ceremony.
Fantastic.
We have to respect their culture.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oluketuyi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I wish you the very best next Friday in Osogbo.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
All right.